Hi everyone, and welcome to UCTV's Moose Now, where each week we're going to let you know what events are happening on campus and show you some of the things that happened already. My name is Mark Mason.
And my name is Sean O'Malley.
Last Friday, the college held its annual Fall Fest. Utica College's Programming Board and Residence Hall Association hosted the fest last Friday from 2 to 5 p.m. on the Strebel back lawn. This event encouraged students to come celebrate the changing of the seasons with fall-themed activities.
Our friends at WPNR were there to set the tone with great music as students were able to paint pumpkins, throw inflatable axes, figure their way out through an inflatable maze, and even get a psychic reading.
Events like this will continue to happen throughout the semester, so be sure to check out PioHub for more information on upcoming events. On October 21st, Utica will present one last film at DePerno Hall that will make you intrigued once you leave. This film is called This Is Not a Movie, which is based on an Iranian filmmaker who talks about how the government sent him threat messages on his phone.
The reason why the film is called This Is Not a Movie is because it's a documentary, which is pretty dark. Come by the auditorium at 7 p.m. You do not want to miss it. Attention all seniors, if you are planning on applying to graduate school, UC has you covered.
Both the Center for Career Readiness and the Peace's Leadership Achievement Program are teaming up and hosting their weekly chat series, Career Chat, with this week's topic focusing on applying to graduate school.
This event will take place tomorrow at the ECJS building in room 209 from 4 to 5 p.m. There will also be a Zoom meeting for those who cannot attend, starting immediately after.
The UC Outdoors Club will be taking their members back to Central Rock Gym in Syracuse for another thrilling rock climbing experience. The event will take place tomorrow from 5:30 to 10 p.m., and if you missed the previous events, now is your chance to join.
If you're not a member but are still interested in joining, be sure to contact the club to find out more information about payments and transportation.
On Tuesday, October 19th, the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Collaborative will be hosting the second PIO Talk of the semester. If you're confused by all the talk about pronouns today, then you don't want to miss this event promoting International Pronouns Day.
International Pronouns Day was started in 2018 and takes place on the third Wednesday of October each year. The day was created to spread awareness about personal pronouns and educate individuals on how to use them.
The talk will take place at 4 p.m. in the Pioneer Cafe. Following the discussion, there will also be sign making for the Unity Walk.
The long-awaited Unity Walk is back. Join staff members from the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusions Office in collaboration with many other organizations on campus to celebrate our differences and come together and celebrate unity.
After 30 years of this annual event, this year it is more important than ever to highlight the efforts prioritized by the Utica College community and a time to reflect on events in history where the community became more unified.
This Wednesday, October 20th, join President Casamento and DE&I members at 12 p.m. for the 8 minutes and 46 seconds of the tolling of the bell, followed by a reflection speech. Then take a stroll through campus and become aware of the domestic violence campus resources and sign the pledge.
Groups begin walking at 1 and 2 p.m., ending with a speak out for supervisors and supporters. Follow the QR code on your screen for more information.
The Jackson Lunch Hour Series is back with in-person events all semester long. This week's performance, Reeds and Keys, will feature Judy Marchone on the bassoon, Colleen O'Neill on the clarinet, and Tina Tuglia on the piano. Anyone interested in attending can stop by the library concourse Wednesday at 12:30 for those who cannot attend. The performance will also be airing live on WPNR.
The Peace's Leadership Achievement Program and the Student Living and College Engagement Office are hosting their bi-weekly Leadership in Action virtual series. This series allows students to learn and network with leaders in the area.
This week's guest speaker is Patrick Duffy, president of Duffy's AINS, the largest commercial appliance repair company in New York with 8 locations across the state. This event will take place from Wednesday 1 to 2 p.m. over Zoom.
On Friday, Women in a New Direction and Brothers on a New Direction will be hosting a breast cancer awareness field day. There will be breast cancer informationals as well as flag football. Stop by the North Hall lawn anytime from 3 to 6:30 p.m. this Friday, and don't forget to wear pink.
This Friday, the Safe Tracks program will be hosting a Yards for Yearly awareness event in the Dome at 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. Yards for Yearly is a national awareness event supported by the One Love Foundation, which was founded after a young woman by the name of Yearly Love lost her life due to a dating violence.
Utica College students will be able to pledge their steps to spread awareness for relationship violence, and awards will be given to the individuals or groups who complete the most yardage.
Join the Health and Wellness Center for the continuing series of focusing on your well-being. This Wednesday, come to Strebel Lounge to make your own de-stress ball.
There will be tons of fun colors and textures for all sensory types. The space is open from 1 to 3 p.m. No RSVP is needed, and the Health and Wellness staff hopes to see you there.
Be ready for some physical activity this Saturday as the resident assistants are hosting a hike at Bald Mountain. This small hike is a nice challenge if you are looking to get outside and enjoy this beautiful fall weather.
The leaves are at full peak, and as the weather gets cooler, it makes for a perfect contrast for a hike.
A shuttle is available to the mountain. The van will be meeting in front of Bollert Hall and will leave 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. Take tons of pictures and be safe.
Our friends at the Tangerine, our student-run newspaper, are looking for additional members and currently have open positions. Ethan is in the studio with a layout editor to share more about what they do.
Thank you, Mark. On today's show, we have a guest from UC's oldest but yet still growing school newspaper, the Tangerine, Stephen Clark.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, can you tell us a few things about yourself, Stephen? So, what year are you? What's your major? Are you part of any clubs on campus?
Yeah, so I'm a senior communications and media major. I'm from a small town about 40 minutes from here, Madison, New York. And I have been involved with WPNR in the past. I've got a very close relationship with the current station manager, Gabby Hujak.
Yeah.
So, if she needs anything, she can always let me know, and we have that kind of relationship.
Perfect. Now let's get into some Tangerine questions. So how long have you been working for the Tangerine?
So I have been working for the Tangerine for over a year now. I started in the fall of last year, but I was recruited right off the bat, around the end of last year, April, May. Essentially, I had taken an information design course, and the professor of that, Professor Swan, let Professor Christopher, who kind of runs the Tangerine, she's our advisor, let her know that I was doing well in the course, and that she could consider me for the layout editor position.
Perfect. Now, you say layout editor, but what does a layout editor currently do for the Tangerine?
So the layout editor pretty much is in charge of designing and arranging the newspaper. Usually every week. This semester we had to cut back just due to COVID and budget and all of that stuff. So we had to cut back to every other week. So what I do is I lay out the paper, take all the stories or all of the really important stories from the past week or two, and I design them like any newspaper that you would see at a stand or you'd get in the mail, like that. So that's my main responsibility.
Okay, so when we get the Tangerine printed hard copy, you can design all the way the pictures are going to be laid out, the articles all laid out, just like that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Now, do you also write, or do you have other people for that, or is that just...
Pretty much, it's other people for that. Every now and then, I'll write an article. Last fall, I wrote an article about the Tangerine. The college had recently archived it, so it really was related to my section. As being layout editor, it was kind of about. It was similar to a role that I had been involved in, and for that, I did write an article for that. So every now and then.
Okay, nice. Now, how many people do you currently have in the Tangerine?
So right now we're about under 10 staff members. We have our editor-in-chief, Matt Burrow, layout editor, which is me. Yep. We have a managing news editor, Isabella Hujak. And then below that we have, features editor. We have a sports editor, sports contributor, just because there's so much, obviously, with sports so happening all over there. We have a photographer,
That's quite a few people.
Yeah,
then.
it's quite a
But
few
you're-
people. And
but
then
you're
other
still-
than that, we've got, just reporters
Right.
around.
But you're still looking for more people, right? Correct?
Yes, yeah, we are. It's just been crazy year, crazy past few years. Always positions that we need to fill. We're a little limited with our paid positions, but as far as
But there's many-
volunteering and
Perfect.
being a member, that is definitely something we're looking for. A bunch of different people for that.
Now, do you have any certain spots you would like to fill with this upcoming semester, or there's one we're currently in? Off the top of your head?
This semester, we've gotten so far into it. We're pretty good with
Yeah.
where we're at. I'm graduating in December, so we are trying to find
layout
another
editor.
layout editor, somebody that I can start training over the next few weeks we have here, or later on, just so they can know what they're supposed to do.
Right.
I mean, because it is a very different job, than writing a article or
absolutely.
posting something online.
I mean, you are in charge of how the Tangerine looks, so I would say it's a fairly big deal. Now, how do people sign up for the Tangerine? Who do they get in contact with? Do they go on PioHub, or how does that process work?
The best way to get in contact with us, you can contact Professor Christopher. You can find her email in the staff directory. She's really great, really responsive. She'll be more than happy to let you go to one of our meetings or anything like that. There's a practicum that meets every Monday,
Okay.
Monday at 2:30.
Where do they meet exactly? Those Mondays at 2:30?
It's in one of the labs in Hubbard.
Okay.
I can't remember the
That's-
exact room
okay.
number, but it's just down the hall. You would see Professor Christopher's office, and it's really just a shot
Okay.
down from there.
Now, what are the major benefits for being part of that Tangerine newspaper?
I think it's just a really great skill experience. You always are going to have to write for different things,
Yes.
or any capacity that we have, with our social media management, podcasting, which is something that we've started this summer, and that's kind of a collaboration project with WPNR. Just posting a website, the SEO, all of that, within communication and media, journalism, public
Very,
relations,
very big aspect
very,
of
very
that.
important thing to know. And it really is a chance for you to build up your portfolio. So when you're going to employers, you have
Have that
all
on your
this
resume.
work to showcase,
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Thank you, Stephen, for being here. I hope you get to see some new faces, part of the Tangerine. Now we're going to swing it back to the guys at Moose Now.
Thank you, Ethan. That's all the time we have for this week of Moose Now. Thank you, Ethan. That's all the time we have for this week of Moose Now.
Be sure to check your email for the morning mention and stay up to date. And always remember to fear the moose.
moose.